begun the recording. And Jeannie, thank you for den mothering this weird chatness today. I appreciate it. As always, I appreciate it, but especially today because it's a little nutty. And it's time. So here we go, Brian. I'm counting it down in 3, 2, 1.
This is John Dixon Carr. Each evening at this time, Murder by Experts brings you a story of crime and mystery which has been chosen for your approval by one of the world's leading detective writers. Those experts who are themselves masters of the art of murder.
He's a little loose with his queen.
This is the Morning Stream. No touching of butts allowed. No butt touching.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Stream. It is July 1st, 2020, and we're beginning it with some stupid technical issues, but we're past it. We're okay. Everybody at home listening won't care because they don't care. Why do they care? Nobody cares.
Like me care? Nobody cares.
No.
Who's going to care? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, but they do care that I'm Scott Johnson and you're Brian Ibbett. Good morning, Brian.
Let them care. If they care about one thing, Scott,
Yeah.
let them care about that.
Yes, let it be this they care about. If not this, what? If not now, when? I always like a good excuse to say that.
I know, yeah.
Anyway.
Anytime.
It's good. It's good to be here. Sorry, everybody, for the dust this morning. Had a weird deal going on. Oh, I don't even have...
Twitch decided it did not like Utah.
No. Or, apparently, Denver. I couldn't get on the Denver server either.
Okay.
I couldn't get on any of the West Coast stuff. And I didn't go like international oceanic and try all those.
Sure,
I suppose I could have, but
who knows what kind of lag and stuff like that we'd have to deal with.
Yeah, I don't want to fight that. You want to fight that? I don't want to fight that.
Hell no!
No.
Hell no!
So this is me, after 3 reboots, thinking it might have been me, now opening the notes again so that I have it in front of me. Okay, here we go. Welcome to July 1st, everybody. I hope you're well and that everything's fine. I would like you to know that my wife has been gone for a full 24 hours, and as a result, yesterday, I never made a complete meal for myself. Yes, that's right. Let me explain what I did. I had... Oh, Brian left. Where'd Brian go? Oh, he's back.
I left. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done with this, Scott.
Okay, that's it. You're out.
Jim left. I'm out.
That's it. Brian leaves. None. He took no plums nor left plums. He's out. Anyway, so she's been gone, and I don't cook well. So she put stuff in the fridge like I told you about.
Yeah.
So I basically went in there. The way she did it was like, okay, here's a big thing of finished like turkey meat spaghetti. Here's a finished thing of like mushrooms and some more turkey meat and some chicken. Here is some stovetop stuffing plus some grilled chicken. Like here's some separate things, but none of them are like meals. They're not like meals unto themselves in that, there's no, I don't have a selection of fruit or any sort of veggie. They're all in there, but it's not all together in a finished, complete like restaurant package. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So what did I do? I went and just took like a scoop of that, a scoop of that, and a scoop of that. Plop, plop, plop. Put it on a plate. Microwaved up what?
Pretended you were at the country buffet, basically.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, yeah.
Do you have a freezer? Does your
do.
fridge have like a freezer drawer or a side panel or something like that?
I do. Great big drawer underneath.
There you go.
Kinda
you should open that and see if there are vegetables, frozen vegetables in there that basically you can put into a bowl, cover, and microwave for a minute, and or cook on the stove, even better, or something like that.
Stove? Wait a minute. How do you even
turn
that on? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But yeah, like I do feel like a dog where you just fill their bowl up before you leave. And
right, exactly. This ought to be enough to get them through 3 days.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. Yesterday didn't go great. And as a result, I feel like it kind of just threw me off. So I woke up in the middle of the night just feeling kind of crappy. And it's like, I didn't really eat well yesterday, or didn't eat enough. Like I was hungry, but also just kind of bleh, because all I had was like chicken and like stuffing things. So it just sucked is what it did.
I kind of also made a food error. So last night was trivia at Port Tap House, which is one of the only places still doing live trivia, and they've got things set up so that you're nice and socially distant around at this bar.
Yeah.
and they have a taco truck every Tuesday, and they alternate 2 different taco trucks on alternating Tuesdays. One of them is pretty good. Lady Boss Tacos, pretty good. The other one is La Baja, which is supreme. It is hands down favorite taco truck. This place is great.
That sounds really good.
And they do
Just
fish
hearing that.
tacos. They have this big thing of nachos that Tina likes, and I'd heard other people talking about how great their consomme was.
I don't know
like
what
a soup, like a
consomme.
stew.
Oh, it's a soup. Okay.
Like a stew, yeah.
All right.
And I didn't know how big it was or anything like that. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'll get my usual 3 tacos. Tina gets her nachos, and let's get a bowl of this consomme. We can split it. And I
Sure.
didn't realize when I got this thing until I got over to the table that it's a decent sized bowl, a paper bowl containing all this stuff.
Okay.
And it was fantastic, like super good. Maybe, if anything, a little bit on the saltier side. And I think that may have been my undoing last night trying to get some sleep, is that all that salt is like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. That'll do it. That'll keep me up too. Too much salt, for sure.
Yeah, but it still was excellent. And I really, next time it's maybe 1 taco, the consomme, and then a couple of Tina's chips from her nachos plate. But anyway, really, really good. Would
you
failed
say
miserably.
you consummated your consomme?
I consummated the consomme. That's
Ugh.
right. Yes.
Maybe I
Yes,
shouldn't have said
and,
that now that I think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would not say that. Now that I say that, I would not say
Yeah,
that.
don't say that. Don't ever say it.
We did not do so well at trivia. We doubled around that we shouldn't have doubled, and didn't double around that we doubled around that we should not have doubled, and we didn't double around that we should have doubled, because it's a double or nothing thing. If you get any question wrong
Oh,
and
gotcha.
you click the double or nothing box, then you get 0.
Wait, is that like a
um,
daily double on Jeopardy kind of thing? The way it works?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Except you have 6 to 10 questions, and if you get any one of those wrong,
Oh, they're
you
all
lose.
doubles.
You miss on the daily double. So it's
Okay.
anything in that round. And we did really well on a breakthrough rolls round. Got all 10 out of 10 of those. Like what movies these actors and actresses had their breakout roles in.
Yeah.
Didn't do so well on the general knowledge round. Missed 1 question, hit double, and because of that came in 3rd place.
Nice. Well,
Yeah, just Tina and I though. I mean, we're going up against tables of like 6 or 7 people. It's like,
do you know
we
if
do what we
you're do you
can.
know if you're in trouble if you go in there and everybody on the other team is all wearing the same T-shirt? Is that always a sign that you're screwed?
That's a bad sign. That's like the pros are coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other tough thing is because of social distancing, this quiz is completely done in Google Forms on your phone. So questions are asked, and then as you answer them in a Google form, which means everybody's sitting there with their phone out, and you don't know who's like playing honestly or who might be saying,
yeah.
oh shoot, I'm not sure which president was like a really good wrestler who won 299 out of their 300 wrestling tournaments. Let's Google that real quick.
Hold on, is that a thing? Is that a real
That
president?
was a thing. That's a real thing. That's a real president.
Hold on, let me
That's
guess.
The
I wanna-
question that we missed in the general knowledge round.
Let me guess who that is. Because you know the answer now, right?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Teddy Roosevelt.
It is not Teddy Roosevelt.
Damn it.
Even earlier, the great emancipator. He is enshrined in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
And he was an accomplished wrestler. And
He's so spindly. He's a little spindly.
I know.
man.
I think it's those long arms. You can just wrap them around you 3 or 4 times.
That's weird. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have made that call at all. Obviously, you didn't either. So well done. Who did you think it was?
Defeated only once in 300 matches. So I seem to remember a black and white photo of a young President Nixon as a wrestler, like wearing the padded head guard and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know if that photo was if that photo was just something not in my only exists in my brain. But he was not a wrestler. He did not. At least if he was a wrestler, he was not a very good wrestler.
Also, if you do a search for Nixon wrestling, you get some lady. Oh, gosh,
You
dang
get
it.
you get this Tegan Knox.
Yeah,
so-
Tegan Knox, who a lovely young wrestler lady. She seems nice, but no. Yeah, that's weird. Why do I also have a picture in my head of Nixon?
You can think of that one, right? The ones
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, like him, and it's like young Nixon, young Richard Nixon, still has a recognizable Nixon look to him, but
Yeah.
he's like in a wrestling singlet.
Oh, why is that so? That is
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
in my head too now. All right. Well, chat room, you know your job. It's ahead of you. Grab it, find it. Look for it.
That's right.
See if you
Exactly.
can lock that down for us. That would be great.
Okay.
Anyway, that's fantastic. Hey, quick note: a new Frog Pants Plays Daily is up on the YouTubes this morning. I wasn't going to play it before the show for the chat, but we couldn't get in, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But if you want to go check it out, frogpantsplays.com has the most recent one. You can also find it on the YouTube channel, and it's going to be every day.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so out of whack. Let's call Dunaway.
That's all right. Let's get Dunaway in here.
Yep.
Quick stat.
Yep, I want to give something away.
Well,
Prizes.
we have cool stuff to give away today too. As well.
Ooh,
So,
no pressure then on whoever's going to be in here with us.
none whatsoever.
No pressure. All right, let's play this. Oh, well, that's it. Sorry. Such an abrupt end to the music. All right, hey, suddenly there's a wild Brian Dunaway who has appeared. Hello, welcome.
Oh, hi, Scott and Ryan.
Hello, how are
Oh
you?
hi! Oh hi!
Hey,
I can't find you on Twitch.
Oh, it's because Twitch is down, or at least it is for me. Some people can, some people can't, and for whatever reason, I'm now on YouTube today only because I can't get
Today
in.
only.
I just can't get in. I'm happy to be in there, but they just won't let me in. All the intake servers don't work, including the one in the south.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is what happened to that Dr. Disgusting.
Oh, that's what happened to
You're
Dr.
banned.
Disrespect. Yeah, he just couldn't get on. That's what it was. I'm sure that's why they banned him. Actually, nobody knows yet why they banned him. They haven't
Yeah,
said.
it's a big giant mystery. I think it's the fake mustache. Whatever.
Here's what I think. I think it's something real bad, and there's legal reasons they haven't said anything. So,
Absolutely. Well, you know, he's already had plenty of controversy in the past, including the time that he was. Anyway, there was
Yeah.
controversy.
yeah, he videotaped people in a bathroom at an E3 a couple of years ago, or a year
That's
ago.
not even what I was
Great.
thinking about.
Oh, there's
I
another
was
one.
thinking about the thing where he had to quit because he was being the infidelity.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, well, I
Being
don't.
the infidelity.
Yeah,
But let me tell you what, his
Yeah.
name is Dr. Disrespect. What did you expect?
Well, see, this is the problem. He gets to blame stuff on his character, and that may not fly this time. But whatever it is, we're probably going to find out soon. But who cares? Because today is all about giving away prizes to a lucky listener who's on the line now. Thanks for being so patient. Who's this?
Hi, it's Kit London from the chat room.
Hello, Kit London. How are
Hey,
you?
London.
Yay!
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's good to have you
Are
here.
you back from your trip?
Yes, I
Excellent.
survived Gettysburg.
Oh wow,
Excellent.
Gettysburg. That's cool.
Wow.
What brought you there? Just doing a little historical trippy trip?
What address
it was
did
a
you go
friend's
to?
birthday, and we took our Harleys and rode around the battlefield on the back of the bike and took a bunch of pictures. And I actually got anomaly.
Really?
Could be a ghost, could not be a ghost. We don't know.
Oh, you
Oh,
gotta,
really?
you gotta post that
Wow.
up. You need a picture. I want to see that. I love stuff like that. That's cool.
Hey,
Also,
can I just
Definitely.
say, I don't get to brag on Kit London too much, but she does an amazing job of helping me give out game codes and moderating my Discord channel. Thank you, Kit London.
oh, that's super sweet.
Oh,
look at
you're
that.
so welcome.
Yeah, that's nice of you to help Brian because he's a pretty helpless dude and he needs all the help he can get.
I am helpless, but today
Yeah.
I know the trivia.
Well, do you? Because Brian's about to explain what it is and what Kit London could win if she picks the right horse. Brian?
That's correct. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic. Whoa, Nelly. And they'll go back and forth giving me answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with the answer, they will lose the score, all four score of it. The win will go to the other
Oh, I
players,
get
I'm
it.
trying to say.
I
Your
get it.
job 7 years ago,
Yeah.
to reach in that one
Very
too,
good.
is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for a couple of prizes. Portal 2, courtesy of David Hartnett. Yes, a Steam code for Portal 2. If you've never played Portal 2, one of the best video games of all time.
Yep.
Yes.
Agreed.
As well as, for your viewing pleasure, Logan in 4K
Oh,
from Anton. We got another copy of it to give.
Oh, it's
away.
not, yeah, it's not the
I
same
thought it
one.
returned.
No,
I
no,
thought it
no.
returned.
No, we have
We got a new
we
one.
have 2 copies of that one,
Yeah.
courtesy of Anthony. So,
Anthony, does it include the black and white version?
Is there one?
If you turn the color off on your TV, yes, it does.
Can you do that? No, there is. I got the Blu-ray. Whatever. Shut up.
Yeah.
I got the Blu-ray, and it
Baby, I know it.
it does have the black and white version on it.
I didn't know that. I thought
It is a tasty way to watch Logan. It's very noir.
I love it on the. I mean, I love the Mad Max treatment, but I didn't know that Logan even had that. That's crazy. That's cool though.
Logan's my Mad Max.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, really?
We haven't had this discussion.
I just don't talk about it because I'm not like
Annoying. Yeah.
you. Yeah.
You're not annoying like me.
Wow.
I get it.
Wow.
All right. Well, this sounds like. Oh, was there anything else in the prizes? We kind of cut you off there. Was there?
No, Portal 2 and Logan.
That's
That's
pretty
what you
good.
get, and really good prizes. So one of the best movies of recent years, and one of the best video games of recent years. So
Yeah, it may be
There you
my second or third favorite Marvel movie, and it's not even
Yeah.
in the MCU proper. It's
and it's right, exactly, not even a Disney one.
Yep.
All right, so that's what you're playing for. But these guys need a topic. It's time to give them one of those. This one comes to us from Jamie, TMS Mashups. Jamie
Oh, hi, Jamie.
says, this should be a good one, especially with Scott's love of this dude.
Ah, crap.
There are 11 films helmed under Sullivan Bluth Studios. Don Bluth.
Oh, Don Bluth, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Brian loves them too.
8 movies under Sullivan Bluth Studios, 2 movies under Fox Animation Studios, and 1 oddball other. But they're all Don Bluth films. I have 11 of them on my list. Once we take out sequels, we're not going to.
We're not doing sequels. Okay.
That'd be silly to do sequels.
Yeah, I
Silly.
agree. I agree.
What?
No, that's too easy. Because if this is like Pixar, you could go Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2,
Right,
Toy Story 3. That's
exactly.
stupid. Brian's right. This is the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, here you go. This is your list of 11. Kit London, how do you think these guys are going to do? Who do you want to start, and who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to pick Scott to win and Scott to start.
Oh, Scott, double Scott.
Scott, double Scott.
Yep.
Double Scott.
Don't ever order that
Scott
drink
wins,
at a bar.
Scott to start. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I know why. Okay.
We'll start with one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh, hold on a minute.
It's my favorite movie, but I can't remember
No.
the name.
I remember the name. I'm trying to I'm trying to remember if for sure Don Bluth did it,
If it's for sure Don Bluth,
because it just occurred to me that it's been a long time. Ooh.
Oh, you better straighten up.
Yeah, and fly right.
All right. Well, I'll be careful then.
This could end really quickly.
All dogs go to heaven. There, I'll start with
There
that.
you go. All dogs go to heaven. Very good. Yes.
Hey, do you know that? Yeah. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did
And
you
of
know
course,
So I
that
guess
includes-
that's the reason why we couldn't mention the sequels. I get it now.
right,
Yeah.
right. Because
Yeah,
there's
at
All
first I
Dogs
was
Go to
like-
Heaven 2, All Dogs Go to
But
Heaven the series.
he didn't do the rest of them.
No,
though. Didn't they,
it's like another movie that I hope you don't remember, where there's a million sequels. And
well, that's the other one I was thinking about, and I was like, but he didn't work on
he
anything
didn't do
for the
those.
first
Yeah,
one.
yeah. He just made the money afterwards, and or however that worked.
And the one you're talking about, the massive collection, is The Land Before Time.
Yes.
That went on to be like, I don't know, 11 movies.
Yeah, the first one's great. The rest
let's
suck.
see.
They're all terrible, but
Yeah.
that first one.
Let's see. Yeah, so only the original and Land Before Time 4, Journey Through the Mists, are listed as Don Bluth films.
I didn't even know he went
Directed?
back
So
ever.
he was back involved with the Land Before Time, Journey Through the Mist somehow.
I think
but
the
not
first three
listed-
went to. Did the first three go to theater, and then I think after that it went to straight to video? Maybe that's why. I picked
Oh,
it
I
back
thought they
up.
were
Maybe
all
he
straight to
wanted
video after one. I
No.
thought one was
Oh, I
the
don't
only
know.
one.
I think 2 was also at the theater.
Could be.
That I don't remember.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Brian's like, shut up.
I don't have that on my list, so I don't care.
All right, so you say Land Before Time. Good call.
Yes.
Let's go for. You know what? I'm just gonna say the one that why I'm waffling. I don't know why I'm waffling on it. So Secret of Nim.
Yeah. Don't
That's the
waffle on
perfect
that
one. That's yeah.
That's
a
the
great
best one. I don't know why I'm waffling on that. It made me nervous just to go, oh, wait a minute. Have I talked about him in the context of that movie? I talk about that movie all the time, but I don't know. There's a disconnect. But yes, Don Bluth directed Secret of Nim.
Absolutely did. And
movie.
yes, very good. Secret of Nim.
That movie's awesome. Worthy
I'm gonna
of
go
watching
with the
today.
most Disney-esque of all films. As a matter of fact, I didn't even think he did it until I went back and researched. But I'm gonna go with Anastasia.
Oh yeah.
Anastasia helps you fall asleep. Oh wait, no, that's
Right.
anesthesia.
And I always get it confused. That's the reason why I had to stop for a minute, because I always get it confused because there's a bat in that one. And for some reason, I always want to cross my wires with Fern Gully, which is not a Bluth film.
Yeah, very
And
good point.
but that was Robin Williams' voice. And for some reason, even though the bats are nothing alike,
Yep.
I don't know. It's
I'm
something
glad you
just
brought that
triggers in
up
my head.
so that I would remember not to say Fern Gully. So thank
No,
you.
you're not going to say Fern Gully. You know better than that.
Anastasia, 1997. Yes. All right. Very good.
Fern Gully 2 is better. No, it's not.
Wait, did you say 97 for Anastasia?
97 for Anastasia.
Oh, I thought it was older. All right. Titan AE. Titan AE.
Titan AE. Yes, 2000.
Did he do that
directed
one?
by-
Oh,
he
yeah.
certainly did. Yep.
Hell yeah. It's
I
one of
always get that one confused
my- underrated. Underrated.
with that with Atlantis. for
Oh,
some
the
reason.
Disney one.
I
yeah.
don't know why.
Well, they came out around the same time, I think. So
They did.
Yeah.
yeah, and they were similar.
Which
in
one
like,
had Michael J. Fox?
That was Atlantis.
Yeah.
It was a
Atlantis.
Disney film.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that was and
that
there's
also
one other one,
that
too.
also had Leonard Nimoy in it and James Garner. That was a cool movie too. I like Atlantis. It's good.
Very good. Yeah, Titan AE had Drew Barrymore, Jim Brewer, and
Jim Brewer.
Matt Damon, Janine Garofalo.
Yeah.
Mr.
Nathan
Brewer,
Lane.
he's like constantly high, right?
Aren't we all though? At the end of the day.
Jim
Yeah,
Brewer.
he really is. Yes.
Was
Doing
it?
his
Did
goat-
he play?
doing his
he did-
goat boy for the entire film?
Was Dave Chappelle and him in that
Yes.
stoner
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
Yeah. How? Not dazed and
No,
confused,
no.
but
High and nope.
No, it's like
shoot.
phased, but it's like, oh, what is it?
It's-
Thank God that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
a trivia question.
yeah,
so
no
No
kidding.
kidding, right?
Jeez.
shut up! I gotta think. I'm getting off.
name Jim
Bluth,
Brewer
Bluth.
movies.
High and
Bluth.
dry. High and dry.
No.
I'm waiting for somebody in the chat room because I'm not going to be able to come up with it. But
I don't remember.
All right, so we went through. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me think. Okay. I always get this one confused because it came out near the same time.
Half baked. That's.
Half baked.
Half baked. Half
Yeah.
Now
baked.
shut up. I gotta think.
Thank you, Pops and Recline. Okay, back
Right.
to you.
Now
Double
shut up. I gotta think. I gotta think. I always get this one confused. It was Rover Dangerfield, which was not a Bluth film, even though I thought it was. Did you
Sure.
see that, guys? Rodney Dangerfield's.
Yeah, I did. I did. It was
knew
all
of
right.
it. I never watched
yeah,
it.
it
but
was
I knew
just-
of it.
It was just an
city dog
excuse.
to the country.
It's just an excuse to have a dog talk like Rodney Dangerfield. It was kind of.
Oh my God, it's so good. I even have like a little stuffed animal. I still work at
I get
Blockbuster.
no kibble.
No kibble.
Oh,
No respect.
I can't stand in the country. All right, I'm gonna go with the other one that I always seem to almost confuse that with, which is Rockadoodle, which is a Bluth film, and it is like based on like a Elvis character. Did you guys ever see that one?
Rockadoodle.
I know of it. Never watched it. But yes,
We need to
Rockadoodle,
watch that on Film Sack.
1991.
Don't remember it.
Yeah, if we're gonna watch any Don Bluth on Film Sec, that might be a good one to.
Rockadoodle.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what that one's even about.
God, I want to go back and watch some Don Bluth now. No, I'm doing this weekend.
Don Bluth's great. Utah connection. Was born here. Moved to Ireland.
Glenn Campbell doing the voice of the King, Chanticleer,
Oh, nice.
and Eddie Deason, or one of my favorites. You saw him yelling about the roulette table in Zapped.
Yeah. That
recently, which we watched.
guy that always talks like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes,
All right. Okay, we're getting down to the pickings here.
we are. Yes.
Slim Pickens. You wish All Dogs Go to Heaven 2 was in there now, don't you?
Yeah, I do. An American Tale. An American
I am so
Tale.
glad you finally said that one. Yes, American Tail. So many sequels on that one. 86 was the original.
86 sequels. Right.
86. So many sequels. 86 of them at last count.
Moses.
Wow. I only know about
Five
Five Goes. I know about Five
Treasure
Goes
on
West.
Manhattan Island, The Mystery of the Night Monster.
Yeah, and Five Goes West was directed by him and had John Cleese in it, if I remember correctly. The sequel did. And it was like a Western. It was cool.
Not showing it being directed by.
Oh, 2 wasn't him?
2 was not, as far as I can tell, not directed by.
Oops. Well, I'm glad we're not
John
doing
Cleese.
sequels today. For real.
Yes.
I would have
my
screwed
turn?
that up. Yeah,
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's
Is
your
it my
turn,
turn? Shut-
singing
shut up.
guy in the
Good.
background. Go ahead.
Right. Thumbelina.
Oh shit!
Thumbelina. Very
about
good.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
came out in.
So I had
1994.
Rockadoodle and Thumbelina on a double DVD cassette tape. That's not right. Not cassette tape. It was a DVD collection. I think it was a DVD.
Double-sided
both of them.
DVD tape. You called it? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's the reason why I backed my truck up. I also got All Dogs Go to Heaven on a DVD from Papa John's one time. I think that's where it was.
Oh, well, good.
Do y'all remember that pizza in a movie?
No, not.
No,
not
I don't
really.
remember that at all. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
they had you would order it, and was it Papa? I think it was Papa John's, or maybe I don't think it was Domino's. Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
I think I've got autofocus turned off now, folks, so I shouldn't be going blurry. And
Oh, were you blurry? there
Unless
for a
you're
bit?
drunk.
they were complaining that I was blurry. I think they're drunk. I'm not
Yeah.
drunk.
Kit
You're
London,
drunk.
how you doing over there? You hanging in?
Who? The chat room?
Kit London.
Oh, Kit London. Oh, sorry. Hold on. She's muted. Hi, Kit London.
Oh,
How you doing? You
I'm
holding
here.
in? Okay, she's good.
I'm good.
Okay,
Good. Hang in there. We got you. All right. I'm gonna do.
we got you. We're gonna service you really quick here. Whatever. You guys are dirty. That's not what I meant.
I'm running out of things here. I can't
Well, there's
count,
only a few more left anyway because
and we don't get to count like
created.
interactive stories, right?
Are you
Oh.
talking about like Dragon's Lair or Space Ace? No, you do not get to count those.
Oh, dang it!
Although Dragon's Lair the movie was just announced and it's coming out in
Oh.
2021.
Yeah.
Is it just a reissue of the Laserdisc?
No. Yeah, you
Should
know
be,
all
right?
the direct.
Yeah.
You go right,
Right.
here. He goes left here. Oh, this movie's
Everybody,
over already.
everybody
Start
in
it
the
over.
audience goes left, right.
Scott, did you ever look inside one of those machines? There's a Laserdisc in there.
Oh yeah, no, they were a laser dick, laser dick,
Laserdiscs.
laser
They're
dicks.
Laserdiscs.
So these
We had
you know,
one.
these arcade machines that I've got, right? The Tempest and the Centipede.
Yeah.
They've got the Dragon's Lair one that they just finished, which is shipping any time now, and it comes with a miniature Laserdisc player as well.
No way.
That is cool.
Yes,
That's-
and a replica of the Dragon's Lair
So
Laserdisc.
when my dad owned arcades, we had a couple of these, and they were ridiculously expensive. That's why they were 50 cents instead of 25 when you played them. Also, they were broken 99% of the time
Yeah.
because the discs skipped and had problems and got stuff on them and were awful. It was a bad tech.
I
but it
wonder
was
how many. I wonder how many authentic ones are still left because Laserdisc had what was called laser rot, and
Yeah.
it would happen pretty quick.
It would happen
Oh,
very
no,
quick.
really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So all my Laserdiscs that I have over there in the cabinet are rotting.
Probably.
perhaps?
Yeah, they do rot. They have a laser rot, and they.
Oh no!
Yeah, you gotta transfer them if you haven't already.
The adventures of Laser Rot and Laser Dicks.
Lot.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Razor lot.
All right. I only know one more, and I'm not even sure I have the name right. I think it was called. Oh, this is either Central Park or New York, but I think it's A Troll in Central Park is the name.
Did he do that one?
It's
He
not-
did do that one. Troll in Central Park came out in 1994, same year as Thumbelina, and is
Why didn't that
absolutely
come on my
fun.
DVD set?
Because it's probably
don't
not
know.
good. It's probably not good. I remember it being not good. Not his best work.
No, Dom DeLuise, Cloris Leachman, and Charles Nelson Riley starred in that movie, which again, let me remind you, came out in 1994.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the year my daughter was born.
So how many do we have left? Because I think of
You have 2 left that have not been mentioned.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh boy. If he gets this right, I might be screwed.
No, because Kit London picked good. Because now it's my turn.
Let's see what you got, Laser Dick.
Laser dick. He did heavy metal, right? No, that's not right. Hold on a
No,
second.
he did not.
Not even a segment of it, unfortunately. You think
Right.
that because they had I thought they had different directors doing the different parts. Maybe not.
They did. They did.
When are we gonna watch that for film set?
As soon as it's
We have
streams,
copies
man.
of it. Didn't somebody send us copies of that?
Oh, did they?
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Oh,
Yes.
well, if they did, we have no excuse. We should just do it.
We have no excuse.
We're
Although I don't-
terrible
well, I'm
at
gonna
tracking
go-
I
that
don't know if
stuff.
it's a hot action movie summer title though.
Oh, yeah, good point. We'll save it for the fall.
All right, I'm going to the Fox and the Hound because I can't remember. I can't remember if he didn't direct it because it was Disney, but he had to be like lead animator or getting close. That's where he came up from was Fox and the Hound. So
Well, you'd be correct about
Throw
that,
it-
but you'd be
throw in the dice.
You'd be incorrect, right, Brian?
Give him a buzz.
Yeah,
Yes.
take that. Incorrect. Although you're right about where he was coming up. It was him.
Yeah.
Worked on that.
Mhm.
Tim Burton was around for some of that.
Yeah.
Right. He actually even was the animation director of Pete's Dragon, but that one's not included in this one because it's just a
That's right.
animation director, not actual director.
Yeah.
Did
he's-
you know I
the
wanted
other-
to go into
the other-
animation? That I studied for animation? Did you know
I
that?
did not know
I didn't
that.
know that.
Oh.
How come you've never done any like little fun Flash or
Because animation's
After Effects or-
hard.
well,
I have done all of that.
okay.
Okay, Mr. Fancy Man.
Okay.
But I'll send you
It's
my
hard. I
animation
went to
reel.
school for it, but it's hard.
I'll send you my animation reel for it. Well, I didn't
Good thing
complete.
lawyers don't say, "Well, I passed the
I
bar."
switched-
You know,
I
lawyering is
switched-
hard. So
Well,
I'm gonna,
I mean, it's like this: if you start school and you start one major, and then you change your mind and you go to something else.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I want to
I
see
was
this
actually-
reel though. You really have a reel you could show us? I'd love to see it.
it's from like thing is like from like what late 90s maybe. or
we don't
mid-90s?
care. We want to see it. Come
Yeah,
on
I
now.
All
wanna
right,
see it.
I'll send you
Yeah.
something.
All right. We won't share it around. I just want to see it for us.
All right.
For us. We don't
In
need
It's
it.
addition to being
embarrassing for
the
me.
animation director, by the way, of the Scissor Sisters song "Mary," which now I need to go and find. Also, animation director of Tapper World Tour, I Ninja, Dragon's Lair 3D, all these other video games. The other two movies you could have mentioned were Bartok the Magnificent and The Pebble and the
Never saw that.
Penguin.
I don't remember
Oh,
either
the
of
Pebble
those
and the
at
Penguin. I didn't never watch that one,
all. I do not remember
Yeah,
that
that
at
one
all.
starred Martin Short and Jim Belushi.
and that came out at the same time as the other Penguin.
It did, yeah.
thing,
It came out
right. That was a sister movie.
94. You mean the Happy Feet?
Yeah.
Happy Feet, I think, was a lot later than that. Happy Feet.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I feel like what should have happened. Okay, this is just Scott commentary here, okay? Because I'm a big fan of Don Bluth, have been for decades, and he was a BYU graduate, grew up here, moved to Ireland, started his studios over there after he finished with Disney. I always thought that the Bluth Studios name was going to just continue on, like Disney, like Pixar, like Aardman, like
Muppets, like Henson.
yes, like
yeah.
a new,
Yeah.
like its own thing. It got out on its own. It makes its own brand of stuff, and it was unique and all that. And I think they were heading that direction, and I don't know what happened. Like he's
Yeah, I
still
don't know.
around. He still lives. It's not that he's
Yeah.
has to be in charge, but they made a lot of money. Why aren't there?
Yeah, the Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven series alone, I think might have been what caused trouble though. I think that
It's
there
too-
was money to be had in that market, but I
Yeah.
think it also kind of
hit the direct. You know what? I think you're right. Direct to video market and that lure of let's make a crappy version of this stuff and just shovel it out
right.
did them no
just
favors
ate away.
for the brand. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, the brand is what happened. It just ate away at it.
Bums me out.
I totally would have guessed incorrectly, mind you, but I would have guessed Cool World because sometimes I get Ralph Bakshi
Oh.
and Don Bluth
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But you can usually tell because Patchy, woo, his stuff is usually
he is
thematically.
frenetic and
Yeah, he-
crazy. He does have. Doesn't he have something in heavy metal?
Oh yeah,
He does,
yeah.
and
Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah, for sure. He's a fun follow
You know
on
what I
Twitter, by
love?
the way. Follow him on Twitter. He puts old stuff
He
up there all
is.
the time. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is. You guys, you watched the animated, The Hobbit and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
Stuff
and
too, yeah.
Wizards. Wizards was another
Yeah,
really
Ooh,
good one that
Wizards,
he did.
so good.
Yeah. There's a lot of nipples in what he does.
That's 70s.
No
That's
shortage.
70s. That's
No
70s stuff
shortage
was
of
interesting.
nipples.
No shortage of nipples. All right. Well, I got to play this now.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Kit London, not only did you do it, but you did it with panache. I don't know why I said that, but you did great. Well done. How do you feel? How do you feel about your big win today?
Great, made my day.
Oh, that's awesome. You know the drill. You just got to send an email, coverville@gmail.com. That'll go to Brian. He'll give you your codes, and you are today's winner. Congratulations and well done. All right. Brian Dunaway, what's going on with you? Anything you want to say here at the end of the show?
Hey man, yeah, I'm into my tomorrow night will be Thursday, and that's the time that I do my Zelda gaming on Twitch. And if I can get into Twitch.tv, you can check me out. You can watch me play Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Oh, okay. I knew you were
Cool.
going to. Are you starting it, or did you say you're starting the new one, or you've already? Are you already in?
I started last week on the
Okay.
new one. The video on demand is still available on Twitch, and then I'm gonna continue this week.
Nice.
It is the successor to A Link to the Past.
It is
and
indeed.
I'm finding that it's not nearly as hard since I finished the other.
Whoa. Just stop. You can stop right there. Hey, someone in the chat room, I just got back into the chat, says Bartok was a sequel. Is that true? I don't know what that's a sequel to.
I don't even know what Bartok is. That is like my one blind spot.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Well, nobody said it, so that's good. But let me see here what Bartok could be a sequel to, because it's not listed as a sequel on my list.
Murder.
No, I'm curious. Bartok the Magnificent. Bartok,
Yeah.
starring Larry Bartok.
Yeah,
Hold on.
the famous Bartoks.
What do you see? There it is, right there.
All right.
It was. Oh, it's the lovable Bat Bartok from Anastasia. Looks like.
Oh, Anastasia.
Oh,
okay,
he's
that
the
makes
bat.
sense. Oh wait, I think I know what this is. I did see
more
something
of a
about that.
spin-off than a sequel, though, right? Because
But that's so weird because the bat was kind of like a kind of like
Yeah.
that kind of voice. I mean, he didn't
Hank
really.
Azaria, by the way, voice of the Bat. Kelsey Grammer,
didn't-
Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it figured out, Brian. Here's the comparison. This
Yeah.
is not a sequel. It is a spin-off. It's a little bit like Despicable Me and then the Minions. Despicable Me is your movie franchise because you're going to have Despicable Me 1 and 2 and 3, but you're also going to go off and have some Minions movies all by themselves, and they were spawned from that. That's what this is.
It's a
That's
good,
what that is.
yeah, it's a good comparison. I mean, you could also say like Rogue One.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really a sequel. It's just takes place in that same the
Universe.
Anastasia cinematic universe.
That's right. It's like Flo from Alice, you know? It's
Right.
not the same show. Different show. Has the same lady in it, different show. All right. This has all been great. Hey, Dunaway, this weekend we're going to do Film Sack and we're going to watch something or other. What are we doing?
We're gonna watch something or other this week, and I can't wait.
I can't either. Don't remember what it is. I'm sure it'll be great,
I
though.
can.
Can't, do you really know?
Yeah. No, I forget.
He has no idea.
I'll tell you in 5 seconds here. It'll
All
be a
right.
lot faster than the
5
last thing I had to
seconds.
look up, which took me forever.
All right.
Our movie coming up this time on Film Sack is The Green Hornet.
Oh,
starring
The Green
Seth
Hornet.
Rogen.
Yeah, I've
No, that's pretty good.
Never saw
That's
it.
pretty good.
Never saw it. So
I'm looking forward to it because I remember enjoying it very well. I was surprised when I watched it the first time. I can't wait to watch it this time and find out that I'm surprised that it sucks.
yeah,
I'm
no.
going to tell you the one thing I remember from The Green Hornet, which is Kato karate chopping a bottle cap off a beer bottle and it like sailing through the air and killing somebody or something like that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I think I could be like conflating.
So
two-
that's I'm going to say, is that like an homage to the bolo hat guy in
right. Odd Job, sure.
Odd
yeah, it's
Job,
a little,
yeah,
it's a little odd job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who plays Kato in this movie? Curious. You want to know? Who plays
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh shoot! Oh crap! I
Somebody
just had
knows,
it,
though, I'm sure.
and I forgot. It's Jet Li. I can't remember,
No, it's not Jet Li, is it?
but that would be funny.
Bruce
telling
Lee is the original one, Bruce Lee, but we're
It
not-
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
is Jay Chow.
Jay Chow.
Oh, Jay Chow.
Don't know
Jay
who he
Chow,
is.
Of course. Yeah.
He was also
I've seen some
in
things.
Fearless and Jet Li's Fearless. Nope, as soundtrack. He does a lot of music work apparently. He does not do. Let's see, 17
Interesting.
acting credits. Now You See Me Too, The Green Hornet, Treasure Hunter, Kung Fu Dunk, Curse of the Golden Flower.
Everything you just mentioned is
Yeah,
film stack
yeah.
worthy.
Like, out of that list, is like, okay, yeah, I've heard of Now You See Me Too and The Green Hornet. That's pretty much it.
Kung Fu Dunk. That
Kung Fu Dunk.
sounds awful. All right. Well, Dunaway, we loved having you here, but I'm going to kick my foot right up your butt. Bye.
Oh. Oh.
All right. As always, a blast to hang out with him. Reminder that Coverville is today before we take our break.
right.
Brian, tell us what we're doing on Coverville today.
Sure. Debbie Harry, lead singer of the band Blondie, turns 75 today. 75 years. Debbie Harry. Is that crazy? That's crazy, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So, of course, Blondie cover story coming up today on the show. They're known for a lot of classics like Call Me, One Way or Another, Heart of Glass, but they've also made quite a name for themselves in covers themselves. The Tide is High, Hanging on the Telephone, things like that. So you're going to hear covers and originals of covers, songs you know better by Blondie on today's show. 1 p.m. Mountain Time, if Twitch is willing. Coverville or twitch.tv/Coverville, 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
I cannot believe she's turning 75.
Right? Yeah.
That's bazonkers. I'm looking at a photo over here. She
And we
looks
saw a
great.
photo of her recently with Iggy Pop, or who was it with? It was with somebody like that.
Well, that's if you
And-
want to look
or Adam
good.
Ant.
If you want to look good now, what you do is take a photo with Iggy Pop, and no matter who you are,
Right.
you're gonna
Take
look
a photo
great.
with Iggy Pop or any member of the Rolling Stones or
Yeah. She
Yeah.
looks fantastic, though. I'm looking at a picture of her right
does.
here. She's what a cool lady. Anyway,
yeah.
that'll be today.
She was the epitome of hot in the late 70s and early 80s.
Oh yeah,
Just-
no, was there anyone?
No one even came close. Maybe
No.
Stevie Nicks, but man, Debbie Harry.
Stevie Nicks, you could never tell because she was all scarves and blankets and stuff, right? So it
And
just looked like
coked up.
and
Yeah.
coked up.
She was all coked up.
We're not gonna do that again. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we return, we're gonna spend some time with our good pal, Mr. Tom Merritt. He's got some tech news to tell us about this morning, and then we got recommendals. It's Nicole free because she had an appointment this morning, but we do have recommendals.
We
So
do.
stick around for that. In the meantime, time to play a song, Brian.
Yeah, let's go over to Detroit. Put on those masks because we're going to Detroit. It's a duo by the name of Junior Junior. We've played them on the show before, something from their first EP. We're going to play something from their new upcoming EP. This is the first single coming out via Flood Records. Big thanks to Flood Records for sending me this one. You know, when the world is shut down because of COVID-19, Josh Epstein and Daniel Zott, the two members of Junior Junior, basically did what all the other musicians do and just create new music. So they recalled a visit to Las Vegas and thought about all the things that they did. They ended up in a depressing casino, which had an oxygen IV fluid bar in the lobby, right next to a tattoo parlor. The all-you-can-eat buffet was worrisome, and this is even before COVID-19. Anyway, decided I'd try to play some slots, but the ATM charged a $25 fee, and I refused to pay that out of principle.
Wow.
Yeah, good man. I don't even know where you'd find an ATM that charges $25 as a fee. Holy crap.
Yeah. that's intense.
This is the song "The Gambler" from Junior Junior.
All right, here it is. We'll be back in a second. Stay tuned.
He is filming turds.
Stop kidding, Dick.
I'm bleeding to death. Humor me. This is the morning stream.
If you're watching live, you realize we didn't play the song during that because currently we're on YouTube and they're weird about that stuff.
That's right. I gave our live chat room a link to where they can go check out the song after the show.
Because I'd like you guys to hear it. I'm now
really
used
good.
to this thing where we get to play those and it pisses me off when we can't.
I know.
But
I
look,
miss it too.
sometimes stuff happens and you can't control it. And
Gotta
you
roll
do-
with the punches, as they say.
That's right. Let's roll with one more punch. That punch being some time with our good pal Tom Merritt, which begins with this.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man, as you know him and love him, is the now over half-century Tom Merritt. Hello, Tom Merritt.
Thank you. It's been a half century of me.
Yes, it has been. Boy, those 50 years went by quick, didn't they?
They didn't. They took about 50 years.
Yeah, he just celebrated a birthday. We haven't been able to say happy birthday officially on the show, so here's our chance.
I'm very excited. I got my AARP membership application in the mail.
Nice.
Send that back and you get that free trunk divider thing. Soft side trunk divider.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah.
I have the details right there. Yeah.
Yes. I've
Or they
used
even-
mine. I love it.
Just in case my eyesight wasn't good, they sent me a big card explaining.
All right. Big font you can read and everything. That's
Yep,
great.
Yep.
Well, congratulations and welcome to the club. It's always good to have you here. We were supposed to have been just getting home from a trip to see you for your birthday, and I hope to make up for that soon when there's less COVID
Yes,
in
next
here.
year. I will turn 50 again in 2021.
But there's
All
a little
right.
bit less pandemic.
Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah,
to see.
you know, actually, I hadn't thought about that. I'm glad you brought this up. The party this year was going to be actually a day before my actual birthday.
Mm-hmm.
If I do the same thing next year, it would be 2 days before my actual birthday.
Yeah.
If I did it on a Saturday, which means I would still technically be 50. It would just be
look at
a
that.
party that's 363 days late.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
yeah.
That's not bad at
That's
all. I like
still
that.
that's
Like
just a belated birthday, like everyone says.
Exactly. And then I can have another one that Monday.
Okay, I'm in. I'm in for your weird plan. I like it. Hey, we always have you on Wednesdays. It's always a pleasure, and we always talk about tech. So, what's going on in the world of tech today from Tom Merritt?
You know, I'm fascinated by this story about a company called Dfinity. It's something I would like to put on people's radar. It's going to sound like magic or possibly overhype, but I think there's something to it for a few reasons that I can't explain. I can, not can't. I can explain. But Dfinity is a company creating a non-proprietary, open, decentralized platform for running apps in the cloud. Now, that may just sound like a combination of buzzwords and something you thought already existed, but the deal is you don't need to have a data center. You don't need to have a server. And Dfinity's pitch is the problem with our privacy being violated, the problem with hate speech, etc., is that we have these walled gardens like Facebook and Google that control too much of the internet. And if we could decentralize that so you didn't have to go to them and anybody could just spin up an app with lots of capacity without needing to sink a bunch of money into servers, it would change the playing field. So Dfinity is doing that. And this is the part that's going to cause Scott's brain to break a little bit. Using blockchain.
Oh, blockchain! I was going to ask. That's great.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Now, I know immediately there's at least 25% of the audience that just rolled their eyes and like, oh, great. But
the other 75% eyes just glazed over.
Just glazed over, yeah. They don't use the term blockchain hardly at all. So they're not out there flogging this as like, it's the blockchain solution to the serverless compute. They're basically just saying, look, decentralized computing means that you can get high capacity apps easier. For instance, they spun up a TikTok clone called CanCan. Does the same things as TikTok, where you post short videos and share them out with people with 1,000 lines of code.
Wow.
Which is very, very little if you don't realize that. I mean, I don't know how many lines of code TikTok has, but most of these apps out there have hundreds of thousands of lines of code, and without needing to set up a server to serve the video.
Wow.
So I think this is very interesting. It comes with its own problems of, when you don't have a centralized server, how do you maintain moderation and access and remove content and things like that? Certainly. That is a problem that they think can be solved, although they haven't said how. But it doesn't have to just be social networking stuff. It could be anything. There's all kinds of folks working on things like, office productivity apps. They created a LinkedIn clone at one point too. So I think this is very interesting because decentralization has been something that's been bubbling under as a potential solution to the domination of technology by the big companies. And it feels like it could be the sort of thing that happened in the dot-com era where you had Microsoft and HP and Compaq and all these big companies and like, how will we ever, compete with them? And the web was that thing that allowed companies to sort of sneak in and create new value.
I tend to, so as little as I know about blockchain or, as little as I grasp the finer details of it, I kind of understand it in a long view. Outside of that, the concept of decentralization is really appealing to me, the more you end up bumping up against the problems of centralization, like having your YouTube channel banned for no reason except robots told you something was wrong, and not having any recourse, or finding out that your Twitter account is being locked because of a thing you said that didn't mean what the robots thought you said, or you start bumping into those sorts of things, which are really just, if you think about it, these were tiny companies that just grew huge, and now they have automated systems to deal with the same sort of content problems that you're saying are still a problem with a solution like this decentralization. But the concept is really powerful in my head, and it seems like somebody's going to crack it. I don't know if these are the guys or not, because then this sounds like, then it sounds like we're relying on one thing again to do a whole nother thing. It would be better if we could just all rely on nobody to get this done, but I don't think there's really a way to do that. So I don't know who does it. I don't know if it's these guys. I don't know if it's somebody else, but I love the concept of we're no longer held to, here are the 5 tent poles that are basically holding up everything, and that's where everything has to be. And instead, Tom Merritt can tomorrow say, hey, I'm starting my own streaming service, and it's right over here, and it's me.
I think the thing to keep in mind with Dfinity is that it is non-proprietary.
Right.
They're providing the platform, which is very, and blockchain is like that too. Blockchain says we can store records of everyone's transactions without a server because they're stored everywhere.
Yeah.
And because they're encrypted, it doesn't matter that you have a copy of everyone's transactions on your computer because you can't see them.
Right.
So as long as you keep that encryption strong enough, that's fine. And what Dfinity wants to do is just use a cryptocurrency as a way to fund maintenance of this platform, probably run some third-party apps of their own on the platform, and encourage others to do so. So it would be less of a centralization. Granted, Scott, you're probably right. At some point down the road, Dfinity gets disrupted. They become the Friendster of social networking, and somebody else does this and becomes huge, and we have the whole problem again. But at least maybe we make some advances along the way.
I agree. I'm all for this, and I hope there's, I don't know, like it reminds me of what the internet was. When I was in '94, when people were telling me what was going on, that's what I thought that we were getting. Like that was the internet.
When I was young.
Yes, when we were both 24 or 3, or whatever we were.
Yeah.
And we were stoked because it sounded like, open and big and anyone and we all can and blah, blah, blah. It's like podcasting,
I could
same
just
thing.
post my parody news stories on Usenet and no one can tell me not to.
Right. And the marketplace was still there, but it was a smaller marketplace. It was, I'm hosting my website on this little tiny ISP guy thing that hosts web servers, and I'm hosting my files over here, and I'm FTPing this thing. And it was less about, if you want all the eyeballs, make sure you're on Twitch or Mixer. Well, not Mixer anymore, but
and a lot of that was the fact that there weren't as many people using it. Any community becomes harder to manage when it gets large.
Yeah.
And we have communities with Facebook that are billions of people large.
Yeah.
Like a big percentage of the planet is on Facebook. Like that's not something that mimics the early days of the internet.
No.
So maybe the solution is something decentralized that causes smaller communities that can scale better. Maybe decentralization just takes down the gatekeeper, so you don't have bad practices entrenched because nobody can compete with them. Maybe it doesn't solve anything. I don't know, but it's interesting to watch.
There's an irony to, let's say I wanted to go complain about the old days of AOL and their walled garden. There would be an irony to me doing that on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like if I got on Facebook and went, do you guys remember how bad it was when AOL had a walled garden and you just couldn't do anything else? You had to be inside of AOL to do anything. Man, weird, right? And then you would miss the irony completely about what you were doing. And that's
You're just to go start the Man I Don't Miss AOL Facebook group.
Yes, exactly right. The only good thing that came out of AOL is Brian got to talk to the dude that does You've Got Mail,
dude. Yeah.
Which is cool. So let's say it was all worth it for that. Anyway, that and so much more on display today on the Daily Tech News Show. It's Wednesday, which means it's a day I get to be on. I'm stoked about that. So be there at 2:30 Mountain Time to catch the show live or check out the podcast. Tom, anything else you'd like to mention today?
I don't know. Scott, you tell me. Is there anything else we can mention today?
Let me say this. Yesterday, we submitted to, speaking of another tentpole of the industry, we submitted to Kickstarter.
This is just between us.
This is just between us. Don't tell anybody about this.
Yeah, nobody else is listening.
Our reboot of our curated 8-episode season of Current Geek and all of what that implies was submitted yesterday, which means quite possibly today or tomorrow we'll have full approval and we can make the final announcement. But let me just put it this way. Current Geek, or as it will be known in the future, Current Geek Chronicles, CGC. I'll get my letters straight. Is going to be amazing. When you guys hear what we've done, even so far, your minds are going to be blown. And I can tell you. Oh, did you hear that? The crowd agrees.
Oh wow. Okay.
If we when you hear it, you're going to go, oh, okay, this is special, and I'm going to want to be a part of this. So just keep your eyes open. At Current
Yep.
Geek on Twitter. That'll all change up here today. You're going to see more stuff on the website.
Watch Twitter.
Yep.
Watch currentgeek.com.
Yep. It's going to be a big deal.
One of the best things I've ever done.
Now, when you hear, listen to what those
Wow.
words were right
Wow.
there. One of the best things Tom's ever done. Tom's done a lot of best things. Okay, so this is a
50
big thing.
years of things.
This is a big deal for both of us and for those.
I'm not
working-
even joking.
Yeah,
Like, it really is.
It really
It's
is
that good.
cool, and it's a great collaboration effort with more than just us two, and we're stoked about them and everybody involved. So anyway, little Johnson pulling, but keep your eyes open. Current Geek Chronicles about to become a real big deal, real fast in the next 24 hours, let's say. So
Let's hope.
Keep your eyes open. Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter. Have a fantastic day. And we'll see you at 2:30. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Tom.
2:30. All right, Brian. I know what we got to do, and it's this. All right, we're going to do recommendals. Nicole's not here. She had an appointment. Nothing serious, she told me. So, or told us. I guess it's just an appointment, like a regular old...
Yeah, just a regular appointment.
yeah.
Nope, just a check-in, check-up.
No big deal.
No.
What kind of a deal? So what we're going to do in her stead is we're going to do recommendals without her. And Brian brought 2 recommendations today.
Two recommendals.
We had a Nicole-sized hole to fill, and Brian did it. I'm going to never say those words again. All right, Brian, here comes the first one. Do you have any setup for our first clip?
This is a series.
Oh, all right. I like it. TV.
I'll give you just that. That's just all I'm going to give you.
I'm a big fan of TV. So let's find out how this goes. Here we go. Right here. Nope, that's a song. Hold on. Why is that playing? Okay, here it is. Sorry.
We need to break up.
You said you wouldn't judge me.
Not really break up. We need to pretend to break up in order for you to win the election. Right now, you and Astrid are splitting the sympathy vote. I'm going to confess that I cheated on you. It'll be a scandal. You will dump me, and everyone will feel sorry for you. I've cleared it with McAfee and James. They think it could gain you 6 to 9 points, depending on how magnanimous you are about the whole thing.
But everyone will hate you.
I love you. This is what love looks like, Peyton. This is what sacrifice looks like. This is what it takes to change the world. I am your first lady today and always. But there are rules.
Rules?
I have no idea.
So Greg for Walkman in the chat did get this.
Okay.
It is The Politician. It's a Netflix series, 2 seasons. It stars, and I should have had this in front of me. I think Ben Platt.
Ben Platt. I don't know who that is.
Ben Platt. There we go, right here.
Oliver Platt's ugly brother. No?
No relation as far as I know.
Gotcha.
But he is, I want to say the star, possibly the creator of Dear Evan Hansen. I might be wrong on that. I know that he was the star of Dear Evan Hansen. I don't know if he also helped create. I think I read somewhere that he did help create it. But he stars as Peyton Hobart, who is a very determined high schooler who wants to become class president because it is on his path that he is predetermined for himself that to becoming president of the United States.
Wow. Okay.
This is the best way for me to describe it is if Wes Anderson did the movie Election, that movie with Reese Witherspoon and Ferris Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Love that movie.
It was a good movie. It had some comedy, had some darkness to it, as does this. But it's got a very Wes Anderson kind of influence on it. It's put together by Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk, who you know for things like American Horror Story and
Glee.
Glee is another one, and I think a couple of the actors in here have also appeared on Glee.
He's also a singer because he's in those Pitch Perfect movies, and that's where I've seen him, and he sings in those.
Ben Platt, yes, he does, and he sings in this too, and he's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
This is one of these things where they've got a lot of characters that vacillate between rooting for you and maybe like, oh dude, maybe no, don't do that kind of thing. Like, you know, flawed characters where there's not a clear, oh, here's the person I'm totally going to be rooting for the entirety of that of the series.
Sure.
Gwyneth Paltrow is involved, but you see her on the title card for it on Netflix, but she's not in it a whole lot. Jessica Lange is also in it. Bob Balaban is in it. Bette Midler and Judith Light joined the cast in the 2nd season. But anyway, it's a quick watch. It's like 8 1-hour episodes in each season, and it's fun stuff. It's really, really cleverly written and darkly acted. I'll say that.
It seems like also these guys, these show creators, runners, they have Jessica Lange just in a room somewhere, and they
Totally
just pull her out.
She is there, like the Christopher Guest stable of actors. She is absolutely the Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk.
I like her
stable.
a lot. She's awesome.
Yeah,
she's
really good, and she plays a great chewing the scenery character in this one.
I love their poster art. It's got maybe it's even the artist I'm thinking of. It's got like the guy that did all the old Indiana Jones posters.
Yeah.
I can't think of his
exactly
name.
what you're talking about.
I can't think of his name. He's so great.
And that's
though.
the season 2 poster, the one that's got Judith Light from Who's the Boss?
Yeah,
in red on top, and Bette Midler, and yeah.
I want to see it. It looks good.
It's fun. This is a good one for you and Kim to watch together. Tina really liked it, and she talked me into watching the first season to catch up so that we could watch season 2 together, and I'm glad she did, because this was a lot of fun.
Good call. All right, give me your number 2.
Number 2 is a movie, and I don't know. I'm concerned that you might have recommended this a couple of years ago. It came out in 2018.
Okay,
I might be wrong, but
we'll give it a shot.
I've seen it on streaming. So
AV Tech John in the chat got it right. Drew Struzan, that's the artist I'm thinking.
Drew Struzan, yeah.
Another great follow on Twitter. He puts his art up all the time. All right, here we go. Brian's second recommendal. Let's call it a succumental. Not succumental, succumental.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
I wouldn't believe the story if someone else were telling it, but it's true, every word of it. It started when I went to college. It was the first day of school. All these people are coming up to me saying, Eddie, how are you? Eddie, hi. I'm like, my name's not Eddie. I don't know what you're talking about.
As soon as this guy turned around, I knew it was Eddie's double. I said, you're not going to believe this. You have a twin brother.
Oh my God. As I reach out to knock on the door, it opens. And there I am. His eyes are my eyes, and my eyes are his eyes, and it's true.
And then the story went from being amazing to incredible.
It was an article to Twins Reunited. I think I might be the third.
I don't think I've seen this. What is this?
This is called 3 Identical Strangers. It's a documentary. And that setup right there basically tells you the initial part of the story that you think, oh man, that enough is an incredible movie. 1980s New York, these 3 guys meet kind of by weird happenstance, coincidence, whatever.
Yeah.
And they are basically triplets who were separated at birth, and they look exactly alike. They sound exactly like. They have a lot of the same likes and hates and things like that. But they were separated at birth and ended up with these 3 different families, and they find each other and are, become kind of inseparable from that point on.
That's crazy.
And then after that, crap gets really weird. And it's like, oh my God, there's a whole extra story to this thing that makes this documentary so compelling.
Yeah, it's totally my jam. I can't believe I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, this one is streaming. So Politicians streaming on Netflix. This is streaming on Hulu. 3 Identical Strangers. I don't want to say any more about what happens. It's fascinating and tragic and just a really, really amazing story.
I'm writing that one down because I want to see it. Okay, awesome. I know you
like the documentaries, and this is a great one to watch.
I'm actually
right up your alley.
I'm in the mood for one. All right, so this week I kind of struggled a little bit because I'm watching 3 things, and I'm about to start Devs, which you recommended last week, and I'm very excited about that. But I won't give them full recommendals yet because I haven't seen them in their entirety yet. But
sure,
I watched the first 2 episodes of that new Perry Mason series on HBO. I'm not sure I've ever seen a more gorgeously filmed TV show in maybe my life. I'm blown away by the cinematography in this thing. If anything, it's almost too good because the rest of it is also good. It's overwhelmingly pretty. I can't even explain what I'm trying to say here. But the guy, the dude from The Americans played the husband. I forget his name, John or something.
No.
Rise. Well, anyway,
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
He's really good, but he plays Perry Mason in this. And for those that think this is just a straight up 1950s version, like the old Perry Mason with Raymond Burr, it's not. It's very different. It's set in post World War I, pre World War II. I want to say it's Chicago. It might be New York. It could be L.A. Oh no, it's L.A. Sorry, it's L.A. It is L.A. I just forgot because they've got some public transportation that always makes me think of Chicago, but it's just these old I don't know, almost like, what do you call those things that trams? They're like trams. Anyway, and they don't have them there anymore. But anyway, it is just really period specific. Tons of great supporting cast. John Lithgow's in this. He's amazing in this. Stephen Root is really good and just smarmy as shit.
Jeez, great character actors in this thing.
Oh yeah, tons of them too. Like Skinny Pete is in this first episode from Breaking Bad, and boy does he fit in weirdly. By the way, Skinny Pete's like 2 years older than me and you. Did you know that?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow, he does. He's held up well. He does not look 50.
No, he looks
52.
drug addled, but he doesn't look old. You know, it's weird. But anyway, a bunch of other actors that you know and that you would just totally be impressed by. I'm really digging it so far. So there's a half recommendal for that.
Okay.
Then I saw the first episode finally. I don't know what took me so long. HBO Max has brought some nice new things into my life because I don't have regular cable TV. But I love Gendy Tartakovsky. I love freaking Samurai Jack. I love everything that dude's ever done. And he made a new show last year called Primal, which I didn't see, but I heard all about it. It premiered and aired on Adult Swim, and they did that because there's a bunch of blood in it, which is normally a no-no for just regular Cartoon Network. And so I remember at the time going, oh, got to see Primal. Don't know where I'm going to see it. Can't wait to see Primal. And then just time happened, and I haven't seen it. I finally saw the first episode of Primal, and dude, that show is freaking amazing.
Really?
So
Okay.
cool. I'm just not far enough in to give you a clip. Plus, no one talks in it. It's basically you're a caveman and a bunch of dinosaurs. But it is some of the coolest action animation stuff, which he already does. You've seen Samurai Jack. He's already
I've seen
great
some
at
of
that.
Samurai Jack. I mean, I'm familiar with the animation style.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's so good. I can't say enough about what I think about Primal, and I can't wait to keep going. And there are some kind of dark, shocking moments even in this first episode. It's some of you are going to cry. It's so good. It's so good.
Wow.
So anyway, I'm going to keep going through those. Here's my recommendal. It's kind of a maybe, all right? So the one I have a clip for is more maybe than any of the other two so far, but I saw this one more, so I figured I'd be the one. So here's your clip.
Okay.
Now listen up. The universe. Ever thought about it? Well, what if it didn't exist? Where would you be then, huh? Nowhere! That's where! You're lucky you're still here. Every single thing in our universe was gonna be taken out by one lousy traitor.
I am the judge of this universe, and it is guilty!
All right.
Wow. I don't know what it is, but I'm picturing animation. Please tell me it's animated.
It is. It's
Okay.
So that was Starscream at the end. So now you might know it's Transformers related.
Okay.
So here's how this happened. I like to watch the G.I. Joe live stream that they have on in the background. Hasbro on YouTube just plays old episodes of G.I. Joe 24 hours a day.
Wow.
And I sometimes just like to just have that on. It's dumb and great, and I loved it as a kid, and so there it is, right? But I also thought, what else they got on here? So I started digging around, and I didn't even know some of these shows existed. And there's one on there there's one that they have a bunch of clips and full episodes of called Transformers Cyberverse. And I thought, well, I like Transformers. What's this one about? How's this go? It's animated. It's 3D, but super stylized 3D. Got all your usual suspects. That voice you heard at the end there was Starscream because he's an a-hole. And you got, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and everybody's in it. And it's pretty throwaway. Like, this is aimed at kids who are just want to see a bunch of flashy fights, and there isn't a lot of story going on here. This isn't like you could argue the old Transformers from the 80s had more story than this. But
Right.
I found myself really enjoying it, and I got like 8 episodes in and thought, oh, apparently I like this. So I
already love the Cyberverse.
know it's so dumb. It's so dumb. But here is I have such a love-hate relationship with the history of Transformers. I love the old cartoons. The original Transformers animated film in '87 is one of the greatest things ever. I freaking love it. I've spent hours on the phone talking to Chris Metzen about his devotion to Transformers. He loves Transformers so much. And so it feels like I've just got this constant in my life love of Transformers, and then I don't like the movies, but I like what the movies tried to do. But then I really like that Bumblebee movie. Like, I'm kind of open. If you give me some good Transformers content, I'm kind of there for you, is what I'm saying. And in this case, I enjoyed it enough to say, yeah, you might like Transformers Cyberverse. It's just a cool, stylized romp. There's nothing serious happening here, which is what I was looking for. I was looking for some fun, dumb, over-the-top, giant robot crap. Turn it into cars, turn it into planes, that stuff's great. Yeah, right. So that's what I needed in my life. So I'm going to recommend it. And where I found it was YouTube, weirdly enough. So they're all there. It's a bunch of free stuff on the Hasbro channel. Just search for the Hasbro channel. And while you're there, maybe watch some. They're not live. Well, it's a live stream, but watch some old episodes of G.I. Joe and be reminded just how bad and great it is. Okay.
And knowing is half the battle.
And knowing, truly, in this case, is half the battle. All right, that is going to do it for that. If you have your own ideas of what we should be recommending on the show, let us know. Nicole often puts these up on Twitter. I don't know if she will today or not, but I'll send her these titles and see what happens. Cool. All right, I think that's everything. You got anything else? I can't think of anything else.
It's everything I had on my list. Let's see, check off. Talking about that. Blockchain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we got everything.
We got all we needed. Oh, you know what? Quick email. I forgot to put it in here, but I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Geez, my email is updating its database. Hold on one second. Nothing wants to work right today. You have these days, and it is what it is. Okay, here we go. All right. We're looking for, here we go, TMS. All right. We got an email from, if I can find it. There it is. Okay, this is from Christopher. It's about the smell of space. Remember that conversation?
Oh, yeah, right. Talking about the smell of space. Sure.
Says this. Space has a smell. It's the chemicals that are dispersed in space, it's not space that is 100% empty, no hard boundary between objects. There's random compounds, gases, charged particles, dust, etc. It's just not very dense. Empty space has about 1 atom per cubic centimeter. Air on Earth has about 10 to the 19th power atoms in the same space. So think of that. We have very dense space here on Earth, but in space, it's super spread out, even at a micro level like that. Anyway, he says 10 to the 19th is about 10 quintillion or 10 billion. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyway, he says the smell comes from these compounds sticking to the suits and then being diffused in the air in the station. So that's where you get it.
That's where I'm wondering where the smell. Okay, so that's how they smell it is crap that goes outside.
Yep.
When you bring it back in, it's got that new space smell.
That's right. The bigger question is, do they sing "Smell That Smell" when they get back on the space station? Remember that song?
Smell that smell.
I hated that song growing up.
Ooh, that smell.
It grossed me out.
The smell of space around you.
It just grossed me out. Like, what are rock and rollers smelling that I would have any interest in? And I'm guessing nothing. I don't want to smell anything that guy smells.
It's funny when you started to say rock people, I thought you were going to say scissors. Rock people scissors.
Rock people scissors.
Rock people scissors. The less popular game.
Yeah, and people only lose if the rock or the scissors.
With the rock.
Yeah, and they have to be larger versions of the scissors or the rock to beat the people.
That's right. It's actually the rock. Yeah.
Rock people scissors. That ought to be a title. I'm telling you right now. All right.
Yeah, it's good. Tom Norm will try to make that happen.
Thank you, Tom Norm. All right. Hey, we're done. Let's get out of here. Big thanks to everybody who supports us on our Patreon. This week is a TMS PM week, so on Friday we'll be doing a bonus show that only our patrons will get. So if you want to do that for $1 or more a month, that's it. So as little as $1, you get it. You just get the show. You just get it. You get it on its own feed. Plus you get all the other benefits. Like every day there's bonus content, except for today because we had technical problems. But you know what I mean. Normally you get all sorts of stuff like that. So check it out, patreon.com/TMS for everything else, frogpants.com/TMS. And now we will exit the building with Brian and a song wafting behind us.
Yeah. So Craig and Janet wrote in and said, "Hey there, today is our daughter Camille June's 9th birthday. Her and her brother Cameron June who also turned 3 2 weeks ago, love the movie Trolls, and they'd love to hear one of the above songs played. Can we get the happy birthday clip for them too? I think that's the Mr. Miyagi one. Is the
Oh
one they're
yeah,
talking about.
I really should have that more handy, shouldn't I? Because people have birthdays all the time.
People have birthdays.
Hold on, I'll put it right here. Okay, now I'm going to play it. Here we go.
Happy birthday.
There you go. And now it's
Very good.
permanently
Good
in our
enough.
playlist, just in case.
Exactly. They said we missed the May art classes. We were catching up with homework, but we'll make up some time to watch them on YouTube. June has been enjoying drawing a lot lately, and glad to report we passed the 3rd grade. Woot woot.
Yeah.
I don't like bees, and thanks for all you guys do.
Here.
I don't like bees. I don't like.
You got to play that once in a while, just to
Love that.
remind
I
yourself.
want that whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so going out to Craig and Janet and Camille June and Cameron Jin. Something from the Troll movie. This is about the best cover from the soundtrack, in my opinion, because the other ones get a little slow and sappy. This one, not a huge departure from the original, but it is Justin Timberlake, so he does find a way to Timberlake-size it about 3/4 of the way through, 2/3 of the way through. Also features Anna Kendrick and you know, the original members of Earth, Wind, and Fire on here as well. Here is their cover of September.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
The 1958 Edsel.
Jeez. All right.
I
I hate not playing the music. Gosh dang it. I hate it.
You know, if there was ever any day to not play